afternoon, gamers. This is Eleanor Does Cosplay, and today is an interesting video. So by the time this video comes out, this will have already happened, but MegaConLive Manchester is on Saturday. It's currently Wednesday, and I've not finished my costume yet. So you're gonna join me for kind of a making of, kind of a con crunch. Look, I'm gonna call it a journey. The cosplay I'm doing for MegaCon has been a dream cosplay of mine for years, ever since I saw the thing it's based on. I've wanted to do it. I don't want to keep you in suspense for too long, so, I mean, you'll have already seen it in the title, but I'll tell you anyway. I will be cosplaying Calne Miku, but specifically from the Bacterial Contamination music video. This has been one of my favorite vocaloid songs since I was like 15, 16, and I just think it's such like a creepy, cool music video. Obviously, there's some elements of this cosplay that I can't do, like the big gangly arms and the big like insect legs, because I'm 5'2" and can't transport that on a train. So I'm making some adaptations. So what I will be doing is I'm making a mask with some like spiny little things coming out of it that I am 3D printing and painting myself. She's gonna have a cockroach on her head because why not? Every girl needs one. I'm still trying to think of something maybe I could do with my nails or my hands to make them a bit like, ugh. But obviously I'm gonna need to carry stuff throughout the day, so I'm still thinking. I actually ordered the wig and the costume for Liverpool Comic Con last year, but the costume arrived and it is perfect. It fits me perfectly. It's a really high quality costume. And the wig, even though I ordered it in plenty of time, didn't arrive. It got cancelled like a week before the con, and I was like, so I decided I'll do it for MegaCon instead. But yes, the wig I reordered from a different place, and it is in the UK. It was almost delivered to me and it slipped out of my grasp, so it's coming tomorrow, which gives me 24 hours or less to wash it, dry it, style it, and try everything on. So I've got the costume, the wig is on its way, it's almost here. I've 3D printed some of the mask, and I have bits and bobs to finish off, so I thought it would be fun and exciting if I took you with me to finish my cosplay. So it is more of a con crunch type of thing, let's be honest. So without further ado, come with me to finish my costume. So here we are, 3D printing the jaw part of the mask. This is going to sit on my jaw and be attached by elastic around my head. So here's it mid-print, and it did print absolutely fine. Here's me popping it off the plate. It still baffles me how cool 3D printing is. It did end up, however, being a little bit too small. I wanted it to sit right under my upper lip to make it look like it's kind of cutting into my face. So we went back to the drawing board and printed it. I think it was 10% bigger, and it just fit like an absolute glove. It was perfect. You can see a bit of a hefty layer line there where the filament has changed over. So this is my wonderful friend sanding that down while I painted Miku's hair clips, which we actually didn't end up using because they kept falling out of my wig. Here I am spraying the mask black. I know it's already black, but I needed it to be matte black. You wouldn't understand. These tiny bits and pieces are the tendrils that are going to stick out of the mask, and I'm just removing the supports. They were really tricky to remove. I think it might have been the filament we used, but they were absolutely impossible to get the supports off, but I did it. It took me a while, but I did it. So this is the pointy bit. This is like a joint, and then this is what connects to the mask, and that goes in there nicely so that can like move. It's like on a joint, or it goes the other way maybe, I don't know. Either way, that fits on, but this one doesn't go on. It's a bit too big, like this part's too big. So I might have to reprint these parts so I can make it fit. But I think other than that, that's looking pretty cool. So that's gonna connect to the mask a bit like that, so it'll like stick out at the side. We went back and made those bigger 3 times until they fit properly. It was crazy. I think my wig is here. My wig arrived at a great time, so this is me fresh out the bag, just brushing it out before I give her a bit of a wig bath. It was really tangly straight out the bag, which is surprising for like a brand new wig. And once everything was brushed out, I prepared my wig soup. Oh, naughty. So Miku went in first because she needed longer to dry.
and here I am just submerging her, giving it a little massage and letting it sit there for about 5 minutes in warm water, and that was fabric softener I added at the beginning there. Once everything was nice and clean and smelling lovely, it was all rinsed out with some cold water, and then it was left at the possibly the worst drying setup I've ever seen in my life. Just wait. Just wait.
This is the jankiest setup ever.
Yikes. Oh dear.
I don't actually own a mannequin head or a wig stand, so we're using the lamp. It's so janky. Gooms is getting a bath too. She is stinky. Here we go.
This is actually the first wig I ever bought. She's had a few baths in her lifetime, but she is rather crusty.
Gumi is washed, she just needs to dry as well. She was so stinky. I need a light grey colour for these. Ignore the monster box. Ah! Let's see. Maybe this colour?
Here is me doing an absolutely horrendous job. Look how clumpy, look how clumpy that paint is coming out. Ah! It's crazy. Here's the cockroach that the supports took don't look at that. They took way too long to remove. They were so tricky.
We lost some arms along the way, or legs, I suppose. We will glue them back on. The wig is nice and dry, so now I'm gonna style it.
If you know me, you know my least favourite part of anything is styling the wig. It's just something I've never been good at. I think it's my lack of patience. But honestly, this went okay, I'm not gonna lie. So we're bit back and forth. This is me putting a layer of latex on the mask so I can separate the teeth from the rest of it. It makes it easier to spray them silver after I'd masked off with masking tape the rest of the mask. It looks so cool. I'm painting the joints blue and the rest of it stayed pretty grey, but I did do some blood splatters on things because I'm just trying to be so scary. All that was left to do now was take all of this masking tape off and stick everything together. Why is my cupboard open? Why is my kitchen so messy? I wish I had the answers. And at a crisp 2 AM, I stuck this to my head with elastic, all the tendrils attached perfectly. I was so happy. This is me having a bit of a struggle, I won't lie. But look how well it turned out. This was my little test just before I left to travel to the con. The costume fits perfectly, the wig is amazing, and the mask, just look at it. I was so happy with how it came out. I didn't end up taking the cockroach because I didn't have time to finish it, but I'm so happy with how this looks. This is me at MegaCon. I just had the best time. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you loved it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!